So the 5 biggest myths I see around diet and prostate cancer start with 2 conflicting ones. The first, that any one food or dietary pattern brought on their diagnosis of prostate cancer, and then the opposite reaction and the opposite concern, that the way you eat has nothing to do with your ability to thrive post-diagnosis. I also see a very common concern with men around soy foods and the thought that eating soy foods might cause some kind of hormonal imbalance or challenge to a man with prostate cancer, when in fact the research supports that eating whole, traditional soy foods is actually very beneficial and supportive of a man with prostate cancer. I also see another common misconception over the roles of sugars in the cancer diet and post-diagnosis, with the idea that sugar is feeding cancer. And while it's very important and a very smart strategy to avoid added sugars in your healing process and your life post-diagnosis, it's very important not to misinterpret this information as thinking that fruits or vegetables or whole grains, which might raise blood sugar slightly, might be harmful to the man with prostate cancer, when in fact, if you avoid these foods, you're missing out on a lot of very beneficial, very healing nutrients. And then the last myth is always surrounding the miracle water, the miracle pill, the miracle dietary regime. My advice to a man with prostate cancer is, if it sounds too good to be true, if it promises too much, if the regime is too esoteric, and particularly if the equipment or pill is too expensive, you're far better off converting that money and that energy into a diet filled with whole foods such as fruits and vegetables, which the research supports as being incredibly healing.